Welcome to the first episode of restoring a pickup, classic mini pickup, that should say. As most of you know, I've got a pickup. I picked it up a while ago. You get it? So yeah, don't get overexcited that I'm going to start doing pickup episodes now on. I just had a bit of time. I needed to clear up a little bit. So I thought it's worth starting an episode just so we can get things going and start thinking about things long term. So what this episode will just be about is just going through what we got. Let's have a dig through the boxes. I haven't even looked through the boxes that came with the car. Let's see what parts we really do have, what parts we do need. And yeah, just see if we can sort a few things out and get the story straight. So yeah. A few things, roughly it's come with some doors, it's got a tailgate that's ruined, subframes, it's got a brand new end machine floor that we can go through in a bit. It needs a whole new load bed that's completely missing. End machine do those as well, so that's going to have to be bought at some point. And we've got some boxes of bits and bobs and stuff, and no front end, but I've managed to remember I've saved the front end because I bought some pattern heritage panels for the Mark 1, but I've swapped that with a pattern parts, and then we've got the heritage stuff for this. It's MPI stuff, but that'll be fine as well, but we'll worry about that later. So yeah, let's get the camera set up on the tripod, and let's just go through, see what we got. Right, box of bits. So yeah, let's just go through some bits and bobs. I'll get you some more panels in a bit, so let's just try and list a few things. So front subframe out, holly bush. That's good, because what I want to try and do in the next episode is try and make some sort of jig up. To mount this all on, because it's just sitting on a trolley at the moment, which I'm not happy with, but it is what it is. In the bag. Some alloy Mark 1 hinges. There's another set. They're on the doors already. And gaskets, so that's good. That's good because that's always nice to have those, because that's going to help align all the doors. I'm going to need to be hanging the doors for a while anyway. So yeah, all good. What else we got? A heater. Nothing too special about these ones, so that's good. Heater. Old cowling for the radiator. Rusty old wiper. Remote gear linkage, so that's good. You've got a gear stick somewhere. Some bits here, we've got a fan, fuse, water pump for the workers, screws, some bits and bobs there, and you just put them in a bag or something, so the box is completely split. Flippy number plate. Same as, I think it's a very similar tool, if not the same, that goes on the Mark 1 minis on the boot. What else we got? We've got something in a bag here. A knife. Oh, speedo. Just a 90-mile-an-hour speed, so someone's just backed that up just to stop it getting damaged. Couple of trumpets for the rear suspension. There's the gear stick. Couple of sets of old gas adjust. Handbrake. We've got the front trumpets. Fan, engine steady, and the main thing here is a key thing at the rear lights, which I think you can get hold of them, but it's just more money because they're different to the estate ones. The estate ones have an angled back, so the lights are angled. So that's good. Might just need some screws for those if they're not in here. There's some screws there. Excellent. Well, that's all in there. There's a sun visor. But anyway, that's a useful box. So let's just pop the things back in and see what else we got. Hey, so what we got? So previous person's already started restoring it. Obviously cut a lot out, as you can see. Looks like we're going to need 2 complete inner wings all the way to the front panel. Don't need them to include the A panel. Going to need to get the inner A panels though. Inner A panels. I'm assuming they should still have them. I'm sure 100% they should still have them on this. Yeah, so we've got a couple of little panels here which are go up in the rear corners there, either side. And we've got another spare panel there that goes on that front door frame there, where the little chain strap screws to as well. So that's all good. Gonna need new top dash rail. May well need a bottom dash rail. Top front scuttle. We've got rust everywhere. We do have an end machine rear bulkhead, firewall, whatever you like to call it. Obviously it doesn't go there, you know that. So that's good. But again, I think you need to do all that nearly when the load bed's in as well. So yeah, what else we got in here? Floor's just resting in at the moment, so it's not fitting, it's just got a couple of clamps on it. Had a new bottom half bulkhead. Yeah, it's got some solid engine mounts, solid subframe mounts. So yeah, well what we're going to have to do is just basically work off the floor. You know, we're going to assume that the floor is built well. That locates pretty much nearly the front subframe. Not quite, because obviously, but once it's on the bulkhead, it, you know, once it's joined on. So that determines the front, where the front subframe is. Rear subframe bolts to the floor. We can then make sure and measure that the 2 subframes are parallel with each other and the correct distances and the correct levels. And then we can just start building the rest of the pickup off that. So as long as we've got our 2 subframes straight, in my head, I can't see how far wrong we can go. So yeah, a lot of work. I say a lot of work. Obviously, I'm trying to aim to get this done for the IMM next year in 2019 in Bristol. So yeah, it'll be fun, won't it? Yeah, we've got some sort of tailgate. Yeah, mainly the top half, I think. Yeah, obviously it's everything's repairable. How well I can repair it's another question. Completely lost the bottom section. So I think the option will be just to keep an eye out for a fairly decent second-hand one. I do know ABS Motorsport do a fiberglass one, so that will just sort of get us out a sticky wicket to at least get the car on the road later, so we don't have to worry too much about fixing this if we can't. So yeah, because it's had a few hits. Obviously, it's been a pickup, isn't it? It's been used. It's been used as a load bed. And check maybe M Machine do a new one as well. So yeah, I think a lot of our panels will be coming from M Machine because that's the bulk of who do them. Sadly, no one actually does a roof yet, so we'll show you the roof. Welcome to what we call a roof. It's supposed to be a roof, but yeah. So we've got major rust holes in the both top corners. Definitely surface rust appearing. along this edge here, right into the gutter nearly, even a hole at the back here. This inner bit's not so bad, the other side underneath inside the cars going. So I think we're gonna have to nearly do I don't know, we'll see. I'm tempted to get my hopefully we'll see the shot blasting guy soon on the Mark 1, and whether it's worth getting him down here to sort of shot blast around the gutters and roofs, we don't know. I'm in two minds. We might be able to just sort of cut corners out here, inlay the new sections, saying, you know, just do a repair, and hopefully wait for someone in the next few years to be doing a pressing. I know Magnum have started doing estate ones and things like that. Otherwise, I have seen someone fit saloon ones, but the taper's not the same here around the thing. It's much squarer here, the profile at the back. But I have seen people do it. They sort of cut a slice in. But again, that would involve having nice, good gutters, and I don't. I could really do with a nice roof panel that's got solid gutters all the way. So I don't know. We'll see on that. I don't really. The other option is to buy one of those estate panels, but they're the ones with the flutes in them, the ribs. Which you don't want to buy a whole panel just to get this edge. And then, I don't know. Anyway, give me some ideas on that. For now, I'm just going to leave that to one of the last jobs, I think, and tackle it later. Once we've figured out what we're doing and see what we can sort of pick up along the way of the life of the project. Rear quarter panels, well, top 50% alright, top half. Rear section's gone, both sides of bottom here are gone. It's starting to go around the wheel arch. Again, I think Magnum M Machine do a complete rear quarter. Is it worth replacing the whole rear quarter? I don't know. My skills of not my skills of welding are that high, but they're better than filling, and we may have to go rear quarters as well, which will be a fun job as well. And then we got more rust. Jesus, more rust up these, up the gutter channels. All needs repairing, getting rid of. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we get the shot blaster in it wouldn't take him long to shot blast half of this stuff. There ain't much of it left. And it really just gives us a good idea what we got. Although you can get your own little kits, which I've nearly got them now. I just need to do it. So let's have a quick look at the front and then we'll wrap up, I think. Yeah, I know I covered a little bit of this on the original video, but this is a proper start of a series, so we go through it in detail. You can see it's collapsed. It's just the weight of the car just being, you know, just even though there's not much to it, it's just collapsed. So again, that's why we need to get subframes in it, solidly mounted to something. We can then make sure everything else is in the right position and force it to be in the right position. You can see there's no inner wing at all. There's no front end. So plenty of work to be done. I think it's just easier if we just go for a complete new scuttle panel. There's no point trying to save this one. It's all buggered. And then we can get it all lined up with a new dash rail as well, clean it all up, fit a new dash rail at the top. Yeah, so that's fun, isn't it? And then once we've got all the scuttle off, we can then see how far we are, you know, how bad the top of the bulkhead is and do any repairs to that once the bulkhead's in. Lovely. Alrighty, well, I'll finish it on this bombshell. Bomb. I've got some bars that I'm going to build in the next episode. I'll build a frame for to try and sit it on. Subframe mounts on. 2 subframe mounts on, so the whole thing's suspended off the ground on wheels. With, yeah, as I said, the 2 subframes solidly mounted in the correct positions. Yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing is, at the moment, this is the end of my unit, or that I share. And we've got our never been raced race car. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting some, you can get those little trolleys, can't you, that go under the wheels. So basically put the race car on that, I can then spin the race car around and put it at the back of the unit, sideways, never to be raced again. and then that means the pickup can be out in the open all the time, able to get at, at the front of the unit, ready to be worked on when we get spare minutes, because I think we need to sort of tinker away at it a little bit. Otherwise I'm never going to hit the deadline, because there'll be times when I'm waiting for some bits of bob for the Mark 1 coming up in the next while. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Follow me along. As I said, you might get another episode in the next week or so, couple of weeks, just as I make the frame, because I want to get that done as soon as I can, so I know it's happy to be floated, just sitting there floating. And yeah, but obviously, yeah, we'll crack on with the Mark 1. Bye bye.